Good evening, everyone. It's 5 minutes until we start with the quiz. So now it's time to go off and get your piece of paper, your pens and pencils, and if you so desire, a glass of the white stuff or the red stuff or the bubbly stuff or a cup of coffee or some nibbles, whatever takes your fancy, so that we're ready to start in about 5 or 6 minutes. Good evening. There we go. Let's switch the microphone on. It's one of my little problems I have is forgetting to switch the microphone on. I need a technician here in the studio with me to help. It's a bit difficult remembering to have to do everything, as well as doing the speaking, as switching the buttons on and putting the sliders up and doing the transitions and everything else. Anyway, good evening to you all. You're very welcome to what must be our 12th or 13th, I think it's 12th quiz evening. And it's great that you're with us this evening. It's clearing up a bit here in Wyke. If you're not local, we have had rather a wet and windy sort of afternoon, early evening, but it's now clearing up a bit. And so, yes, hopefully it's not going to be too cold this evening. Hopefully you've got your paper and pencils or pens to hand for our quiz evening this evening. There's still a couple of people connecting in, so we'll just give them a couple of minutes before we start. We have 3 rounds as usual tonight, but our middle round is something different than usual. I'm going to say no more until we get to the middle round, but it is different tonight, and it does mean that I get a little bit of a break in between, so it helps the vocal cords a little bit. But yeah, a little bit of a different round for our middle round tonight. We'll see how you do with that. So we've got 2 rounds. We're going to start with our potluck round, the first round tonight. Usually we have potluck in the middle, but we're going to start with our potluck tonight. Then we'll have our different round, and then we'll have a subject round at the end. And we'll see how you do this evening. We had a little electrical problem just before we went live. We lost some lighting here. Bulb blew and took out all the upstairs electrics. But hey ho, we're here and working, and raring to go. I see what everybody's putting down, what they're eating and drinking. A cheeky Pinot there, excellent. God, I don't know that you're going to be doing too well with the quiz if you have too much of the wine. But hey ho, does it matter? Not really. We're here just for fun. There's no prizes. Nobody matters if you get 30 out of 30, and nobody matters if you get 1 out of 30. It's just really better than what's on TV. But I don't think there's anything much on TV at all tonight. So yeah, it's better than what's on the TV, and hopefully we're learning something at the same time. You know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Quizzes are good fun, tests our knowledge, but hopefully we learn. We took part as a family in All Saints School's FASA evening there for an hour or so on Thursday night. We didn't do very well as a family, I think. Oh, we're back on. I think we lost a signal there. We're back though. We were sort of in the middle ground of the quiz results on a Thursday evening, so we certainly weren't up in the top quarter, and we weren't in the bottom quarter, so we're very much middle ground. So I think we'll make a start. We've got about 40 households connected in. Let me just check that nobody's trying to join the group before we start. No, not at the moment. That's good. So our first round tonight is going to be our potluck round. If you've just joined us, as I know a few have, we've got our potluck round first tonight. We normally have it in the centre, and we've got a slightly different round in the middle tonight, and then we've got a subject round at the end. So let's see how you do. We'll start on our first round. We'll do exactly what we've been doing the last few weeks, is I will read them through a couple of times as we go through. We'll just have a little break, and then I'll go through them rapidly again. I'll go through all the questions for the third time, so that if you've missed any or you want to check your answers, you can. It's much easier than everybody popping up questions to read again. So you don't need, if you missed a question, you don't need to pop it up on screen. I will go through them all, and then we'll go through them all again rapidly at the end, so you can catch up with any. Don't put any answers up on the screen. Then what we do is we'll read out the answers. You mark your own, and then you just put up how well you've done for the score of the round. So it's 30 questions, and our first round is pot luck. And our first question, number 1, is: who replaced Chris Moyles on the BBC Breakfast radio show in 2012? Who replaced Chris Moyles on the BBC Breakfast radio show in 2012. Number 2. Which of the 7 deadly sins begins with G? Which of the 7 deadly sins begins with G? Number 3. What was Ghana's former name? What was Ghana's former name? Number 4. The Dutch royal family acquired its name from which French town? The Dutch royal family acquired its name from which French town? Number 5. Is the corncrake a bird, mammal, or reptile? Number 5. Is the corncrake a bird, mammal, or a reptile? Number 6. What name is given to animals that do not hunt or eat meat? What name is given to animals that do not hunt or eat meat? Number 7. Over which continent did the ozone hole form? Over which continent did the ozone hole form? Number 8. How are these questions doing for you? Do you think these are okay? They seem a good mixed bag tonight, don't they? They don't... I think I probably know at least half of them, so hopefully you're not doing too bad. They don't seem to be too bad a question. They're not easy, but they're not really difficult, I don't think. So hopefully some of these are good for you. So number 8. Which tanker suffered a severe oil spill in Alaska in 1989? Which tanker suffered a severe oil spill in Alaska in 1989? I'm struggling a bit with my glasses. They're a bit dirty. I think I'm going to clean them when I do the next round. But let me just see if I can get some smudges off of them. See if I can read the text a bit better. Oh, that's a bit better. Number 9. Where is the pituitary gland? Number 9. Where is the pituitary gland? Number 10. Which structural tissue is found in between the vertebral discs? Number 10. Which structural tissue is found in between the vertebral discs? Number 11. The 5-year... Oh, thank you. Denise has just brought me up some glasses wipes so I can clean my glasses in a minute. Thank you. Number 11. The 5-year marriage of Ethan Hawke and which actress ended in October 2005? The 5-year marriage of Ethan Hawke and which actress ended in 2005? Okay, number 12. In which country was former Tory leader Ian Duncan Smith born? In which country was former Tory leader Ian Duncan Smith born? Oh goodness, that looks a lot better. I'll tell you what, cleaning your glasses doesn't have to make a difference, doesn't it? Number 13. In which country would you find polders? Polders, Polders. In which country would you find polders? Polders. That's number 13. Number 14. In which country are the Angel Falls? In which country are the Angel Falls? Number 15. Who directed 2015's San Andreas? Who directed 2015's San Andreas? Number 16. In which two cities would you find Cleopatra's Needles? In which two cities would you find Cleopatra's Needles? Number 17. In which African country is Timbuktu? In which African country is Timbuktu? Number 18. Which BBC journalist was at the centre of the controversy over a weapons expert's report on the Iraq War? Number 18. Which BBC journalist was at the centre of a controversy over a weapons expert's report on the Iraq War? Number 19. Which English Prime Minister was known as the Great Commoner? Which English Prime Minister was known as the Great Commoner? Number 20. Who was the first person to notice the sun had spots? Who was the first person to notice the sun had spots? Number 21. Which metal is the best conductor of electricity? Which metal is the best conductor of electricity? Number 22. Which actress's real name is Julia Wells? Which actress's real name is Julia Wells? Number 23. Which secret society refers to God as the great architect of the universe? Which secret society refers to God as the great architect of the universe? Number 24. Which building is used for the election of a pope? Which building is used for the election of a pope? Number 25. With whom did Bing Crosby sing True Love in the film High Society? With whom did Bing Crosby sing True Love in the film High Society? Number 26. Which two colours appear on the UN flag? Which two colours appear on the UN flag? Number 27. What is the name of the Welsh Nationalist Party? What is the name of the Welsh Nationalist Party? I see that Pat has just joined us. Pat, don't worry, I'm going to read through these questions one more time. So if you've just joined us and you've missed most of the first round, don't worry, I will whip through them one more time in a minute before I give you the answers. So number 28, what kind of stone is marble? What kind of stone is marble? Number 29, what name is given to the thousands of small bodies that orbit the sun? What name is given to the thousands of small bodies that orbit the sun? And the last question in round 1, and I say I will whip through them one more time quickly in a minute. Which island was held by the Knights of St. John from 1530 to 1798? Which island was held by the Knights of St. John from 1530 to 1798? So that's our first round, read through for the first time. Just have a quick look down, see what you've managed to answer, see if you've got any gaps, highlight the gaps, and what we'll do is we'll zip through those very quickly one more time before we do the answers. So if you're ready, zipping through for a quick read through of the first round, our potluck round tonight. 30 questions on potluck. Number 1, who replaced Chris Moyles on the BBC Breakfast radio show in 2012? Number 2, which of the 7 deadly sins begins with G? Number 3, what was Ghana's former name? Number 4, the Dutch royal family acquired its name from which French town? Number 5, is the corncrake a bird, mammal or reptile? Number 6, what name is given to animals that do not hunt or eat meat? Number 7, over which continent did the ozone hole form? Number 8, which tanker suffered a severe oil spill in Alaska in 1989? Number 9, where is the pituitary gland? Number 10, which structural tissue is found between the vertebral discs? Number 11, the 5-year marriage of Ethan Hawke and which actress ended in August 2005? Number 12, in which country was former Tory leader Ian Duncan Smith born? Number 13, in which country would you find polders, Polders? Number 14, in which country are the Angel Falls? Number 15, who directed 2015's San Andreas? Number 16, in which 2 cities would you find Cleopatra's Needles? Number 17, in which African country is Timbuktu? Number 18, which BBC journalist was at the centre of the controversy over a weapons expert's report on the Iraq War? I see some of you are posting up it was quite a hard round. It's actually not, in this book we have sort of easy, medium and very hard. I have not done any of the very hard quizzes. We tend to do the medium ones or the level 2 ones so that we can make sure it's not too bad. But don't worry, the middle round is quite different. It's quite different, so you might do quite well on the middle round if you're struggling with this. Number 19, which English Prime Minister was known as the Great Commoner? Number 20, who was the first person to notice that the sun had spots? Number 21, which metal is the best conductor of electricity? Number 22, which actress' real name is Julia Wells? Number 23, which secret society refers to God as the great architect of the universe? Number 24, which building is used for the election of a pope? Number 25, with whom did Bing Crosby sing True Love in the film High Society? Number 26, which 2 colours appear on the UN flag? Number 27, What is the name of the Welsh Nationalist Party? Number 28. What kind of stone is marble? 29. What name is given to the thousands of small bodies that orbit the sun? And number 30. Which island was held by the Knights of St. John from 1530 to 1798? So there we go. That is our first round, our potluck round, to start you off tonight. Let's see how you did. Let's go through and look at the answers now. So, who replaced Chris Moyles on BBC's breakfast radio show in 2012? It was Nick Grimshaw. Number 2, which of the 7 deadly sins begins with G? It's gluttony. Number 2, gluttony. Number 3, what was Ghana's former name? It was Gold Coast. Gold Coast. The Dutch royal family acquired its name from which French town? It says here Orange. Orange. Number 15, is the corncrake a bird, mammal, or reptile? It is a bird. Number 6, what name is given to animals that do not hunt or eat? It's a herbivore. Herbivore, number 6. Number 7, over which continent did the ozone hole form? It was the Antarctic. Antarctic, number 7. Number 8, which tanker suffered a severe oil spill in Alaska in 1989? It was the Exxon Valdez. Exxon Valdez, number 8. Number 9, where is the pituitary gland? It's in the brain. The brain, number 9. Number 10, which structural tissue is found in between the vertebral discs? It's cartilage. Cartilage, number 10. I know we've certainly got a few nurses here tonight, so hopefully they're probably doing okay. Number 11. The 5-year marriage of Ethan Hawke and which actress ended in August 2005? It was Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman, number 11. Number 12. In which country was former Tory leader Ian Duncan Smith born? He was born in Scotland. Scotland, number 12. Number 13. In which country would you find polders? Number 13 is Netherlands. Netherlands, number 13. Number 14. In which country are the Angel Falls? Which country are the Angel Falls? It's Venezuela. Venezuela. Number 15. Who directed 2015's San Andreas? It was Brad Peyton. Brad Peyton. Number 16. In which 2 cities would you find Cleopatra's Needles? Which 2 cities will you find Cleopatra's Needles? Well, I knew one of these. It's London and New York. London and New York. I knew they were in London. Number 17. In which African country is Timbuktu? In which African country is Timbuktu? It's in Mali. Mali. Number 18. Which BBC journalist was at the centre of the controversy over a weapons expert's report on the Iraq War? It was Andrew Gilligan. Andrew Gilligan. I didn't know that one. Number 19. Which English Prime Minister was known as the Great Commoner? Which English Prime Minister was known as the Great Commoner? Are you an expert on British Prime Ministers? It was William Pitt the Elder. William Pitt the Elder. Number 20. Who was the first person to notice that the sun had spots? It was Galileo. Galileo, number 20. Number 21. Which metal is the best conductor of electricity? Which metal is the best conductor of electricity? It's silver. Silver. Number 22. Which actress's real name is Julia Wells? Julia Wells. It's Julie Andrews. Number 22. Julie Andrews. Number 23. Which secret society refers to God as the great architect of the universe? It is the Freemasons. The Freemasons. 24. Which building is used for the election of a pope? Which building is used for the election of a pope? And that's the funny building where they actually put the smoke up the chimney to let you know what's going on, isn't it? It's the Sistine Chapel. The Sistine Chapel. Number 25. With whom did Bing Crosby sing True Love in the film High Society? It was Grace Kelly. Grace Kelly, number 25. Number 26. Which two colours appear on the UN flag? Two colours for the UN flag is blue and white. 26, blue and white. Number 27. What is the name of the Welsh Nationalist Party? It's Plaid Cymru. Plaid Cymru. Number 27. Plaid Cymru. Cymru. Number 28. What kind of stone is marble? It's limestone. Limestone. 29. What name is given to the thousands of small bodies that orbit the sun? It's asteroids. Asteroids. Number 29. And finally, number 30. Which island was held by the Knights of St. John from 1530 to 1798? It was Malta. Malta. So, tot up how you did with that round. I know some of you are saying it was rather difficult, that round. So let's see then, if it was a rather difficult one, how many really clever people we have with us this evening. And see if we had anybody that got 30 or fairly close to 30 tonight. Yvonne's saying it's her worst round ever. Right, okay. I wouldn't say it would have been my worst round ever, but it certainly wouldn't have been one of the better ones. I would have done reasonably okay. I probably would have got about 12 or 13 of those, I think. But how did you do? 16 for Cassie, 16 for Steph, 12 for Gina, 25 for Meredith. See, Meredith did pretty well. Les, 16. That's a pretty decent score. Gillian, 16 and a half. Doug, 8. Denise, 11. Tracy, 11. Pam, 14 and a half. Somebody's trying to be clever there, Rachel. It says asteroids in my book. 16 and a half, Michael. 14 and a half, Alistair. Paula, 11. Emily, 20. Jane, 17. Joanna, 16. Lisa, 9. 10, Felicity. 16, Angela. Rachel, 19 and a half. Becky, 13. Yvonne, 12. Only 12. So far, Meredy seems to be the best score with 25. I haven't seen anybody that's got more than 25, I think. 17 and a half for Michael. Evelyn, 13 and a half. 12 and a half. So there's lots of people in that sort of 10 to 18, isn't there? That's where most people have fallen tonight. Between about 10 and 18. 13 and a half for John. So that was our first round, and that was a bit of a toughie for some of you. Our second round tonight has been put together by Michael Dilliston. Thank you, Michael. And is a picture round. It's a picture round. So in a minute, I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen. I've put them together. Michael did it in a PowerPoint. I've actually produced that into a video, so I don't have to sit here and push the buttons. It's nicely timed so that the pictures stay on screen for quite a while. And if I explain, the pictures are in 5 sets. So set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, and set 5. There are 5 pictures in each set, okay? And each set, you have to obviously find the names of the 5 people. So set 1, number 1 will be such and such, number 2 is somebody else, number 3, whatever. And then we want to know, for our final question in each set, what is the connection between them? So there's a point each for each person, 5 points, and a point if you get the connection between the 5 people as well. So in each set of pictures, there is a connection that is common to each of the 5 people in the set. Okay, I'll go through that again. 5 sets of pictures, 5 pictures in each set. They're all pictures of people. Some of them you will find are quite recognisable, because as I was watching them, I thought, oh, I know who that is. So first of all, we want the name of the person. So write set 1, number 1 is Fred. Set 1, number 2 is Bill, etc. And then when we get to the end of each set, you need to write down what is common, or what is the connection between the 5 people in that set. Okay, you understood that? 5 sets, 5 pictures in each set, the name of each individual person, and then for each set, what is the connection? Okay, I'm only going to run this through once, because it takes about 7 minutes to run through, or 8 minutes. Okay, but you do get it's quite easy, Evelyn, don't panic, it's quite easy, you'll understand as we get going. Each picture stays on screen for a while. So if you just recognise 3 of the people in the first round, you get 3 points. Doesn't matter if you don't get the connection or the other 2 people. If you get all 5 people, you get 5 points, and if you get the connection, you get a 6th point. So it's as simple as that. So it doesn't matter if you only get 1 person in each set. Okay, just recognise the people first of all. Write down the set they're in, set 1, and the 5 people. And then if you get the connection, that's an extra point as well. Okay, so it is quite simple. Okay, and hopefully you'll find it a little bit different. So if you're ready, there's some quiet music in the background just to accompany it, to relax you. Here we go. Ooh. Okay then, so that was it. 5 sets of photos with 5 people in each set. Recognise the 5 individual people and then come up with the connection between them. How did we get on with that then? Be interesting to see how you got on with that. Now, there were some very familiar faces in there. Definitely some that I immediately knew who they were. So hopefully that means that people, if they've got similar sort of knowledge to me, will be able to get a few points. Some people think it's difficult. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see. It might sort of separate the wood from the trees, as they say here, mightn't it? We might see how well people are on recognising famous people. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play it through again. Obviously, this time telling you who the people are. Oh, I seem I've gone out of focus. That's interesting. What have I gone out of? Oh, there we go. My camera's playing up. So we'll play it through again, telling you who the people are and obviously what the connection is as well. And yeah, there are lots of cigars, as you say, Alistair. So, are you ready then? Are you ready to mark your answers as we go through it again? So, who was the first one? Let's turn the music down. The first one was Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein. Okay. Hopefully you got that one. A very familiar face. Number 2. How did you get on with number 2 in set 1? Yehudi Menuhin. Yehudi Menuhin is number 2. Number 2, Yehudi Menuhin. I thought it was the Duke of oh goodness, it's gone from my head. The Queen's husband, Duke of Edinburgh at first when I looked at it. Number 3, Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson. So we've had Albert Einstein, Yehudi Menuhin, and Scarlett Johansson. What about the next one, number 4? Hopefully you've recognised this one. Very well-known young actor, Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe. So, Albert Einstein, Yehudi Menuhin, Scarlett Johansson, and Daniel Radcliffe so far. And who was our fifth one? Our 5th one was Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx. So, Albert Einstein, Yehudi Menuhin, Scarlett Johansson, Daniel Radcliffe, and Groucho Marx. Now, how did you do with that? And what was the connection? What was the connection? How did you do on this? The answer is they are or were all Jewish. So the connection is they are or were all Jewish. So a point for each person and a point if you got that they were or are all Jewish. Set 2, picture number 1. If you get this one wrong, you're in trouble, aren't you? David Attenborough. David Attenborough. Hopefully you've got that one. Okay, that's a nice easy one, isn't it? That's a good easy point for everyone. David Attenborough. Number 2, who got this one? This is Pippa Middleton. Pippa Middleton, the sister of Prince William's wife. Pippa Middleton. Pippa Middleton, number 2. So David Attenborough and Pippa Middleton. And number 3, Serena Williams. Serena Williams. Again, another well-recognised person. The next one will be interesting to see if you get this one. I wouldn't have got this one. This is Felix Mendelssohn. Felix Mendelssohn. So David Attenborough, Pippa Middleton, Serena Williams, and Felix Mendelssohn. And then we move on to number 5. I wonder if you got number 5 in this round. Number 5 is Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx. So we've got David Attenborough, Pippa Middleton, Serena Williams, Felix Mendelssohn, and Groucho Marx. How did you do? Did you get 5 of those or 4 of those? And did you get the connection? The connection is they all have or had famous siblings. Felix Mendelssohn's sister Fanny was a very talented composer in her own right and probably would have been more famous if she'd been his brother. And of course, Groucho's brothers, Chico, Harpo, and Zeppo, all starred with him in films. So they all have had famous siblings. Set 3 then. Number 1 in set 3. Gaius Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar. Hopefully you've recognised that one. Okay. What about the second one coming up now? Hopefully the second one. Who's that? Well-known face. Henry VIII. Henry VIII. So we've had Julius Caesar, Henry VIII, and the next one coming up, which you may not recognise. This is Julius Nyerere, first president of Tanzania. The first president of Tanzania, Julius Nyerere. Okay, keep thinking about what the connection of these might be. Okay, number 4 is Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger, number 4. And what about number 5 then? Number 5. Who do you think number 5 is? Oh, it's Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx. So, Gaius Julius Caesar or Julius Caesar, Henry VIII, Julius Nyerere, who's the first president of Tanzania, Henry Kissinger, and Groucho Marx. So what was the connection with all of those? Well, Groucho's real name was Julius Henry Marx. So the connection between them all is the names Julius and Henry. Julius and Henry, as in Groucho's first 2 names, connects them all together. How did you do with that round? We go into round 4 then. Number 1 in round 4, Alan Alda. Alan Alda of MASH fame. Certainly that's where I remember Alan Alda from MASH on the TV. So Alan Alda. Moving on to number 2, coming up shortly. Number 2 is Ivanka Trump. Ivanka Trump. Ivanka Trump. Moving on to number 3. Another blonde lady. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is number 3. So we've had Alan Alda, Ivanka Trump, Lady Gaga. Number 4, Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver. So Alan Alda, Ivanka Trump, Lady Gaga, Sigourney Weaver. Thinking about our connections again. And the 5th one coming up in a minute. Oh look, it's Groucho Marx. Number 5 again. Of course, if you've recognised Groucho Marx, you've done pretty well throughout this. So we've got Alan Alda, Ivanka Trump, Lady Gaga, Sigourney Weaver, and Groucho Marx. So what was the connection in this round, do you think? Well, the answer is they were all born in Manhattan. That's the correct answer. Maybe you can get a half a point if they were US film actors or actresses. But basically the real connection was they're all born in Manhattan, but you can have a half point for US film actors or actresses. So moving into round 5. Who's number 1 in round 5? It's Bruce Forsyth. Bruce Forsyth. I'm sure you all recognise Brucey. Bruce Forsyth. This round I would have thought was quite easy, this set. Number 2, Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry, number 2. So you've had Bruce Forsyth and Stephen Fry. Coming up to number 3. Number 3, Jeremy Paxman. Jeremy Paxman. So Bruce Forsyth, Stephen Fry, Jeremy Paxman. Hopefully you're getting all of this set. Our next one, number 4 in this set, is Sandy Toksvig. Sandy Toksvig. Sandy Toksvig. And who do you think number 5 might be? Is there a pattern emerging? Who's number 5? Oh, look, it's Groucho Marx. So, in this round, Bruce Forsyth, Stephen Fry, Jeremy Paxman, Sandy Toksvig, and Groucho Marx. How did you do with that round? And what was the connection? The connection is they are or were all game show hosts. And Groucho Marx hosted the TV show You Bet Your Life in the 50s, just in case you wondered. So they're all TV game show hosts. Okay, so back to me. So how did you do in that round then? So it's a point for each correct person you got right, and a point if you got the connection at the end. So top marks is 30, the same as all the other rounds. 1 point for each person correct, and 1 point for the connection in each set. And a big thank you to Michael Dilliston for putting that together for us. He's obviously got a fascination with Groucho Marx, and I'm sure there's a story to tell there at some stage. But thank you, Michael, for that. That's nice to have a different round and something a little bit different, and it does take a lot of time to put these together, so I am very grateful for Michael taking the time to find the pictures, set it all up in PowerPoint for me. Oh, look at these scores, they're coming in really good. 21, 17, 16, 26, 23, so people are doing pretty well with this, aren't they? 19, 24, 25, 24 and a half, 22, 19, 24, 23 and a half. What did Team Hepburn do downstairs? That's what I want to know. Team Hepburn are downstairs. Well, predominantly Samantha and Denise are downstairs. 20 Angela. 21 Yvonne. Come on, Denise, I'm waiting to see how you've done. 22 Gina. 23 and a half Michael. Are they not going to own up to what they've done downstairs? 25 Andrew. John, 15. Oh, but no, that's 15's pretty good. That's 50%.
We got 13, Dad. I was too ashamed.
Oh, right, so the message has come up, shouted up by Samantha, that Team Hepburn downstairs only got 13, and Denise is too ashamed to put the score up on the screen. So there you go. Just to show there's no cheating in this household, despite me being in the house with the questions and the answers. They don't see anything or know what's happening downstairs. I'm shut away upstairs in my little studio, and they're down at the other end of the house, and they haven't got a clue what's going on. So there we go. So hopefully you found that a good round tonight and a bit different. And so we're going to our final round tonight. If I could just find it. There we go. Our final round tonight is called Living World. Living World. So this is all about the living world, our final round tonight. So let's see how you do on this one. Well, let's just check there's a message up that nobody's trying to desperately get into the group. Bear with me a second. No, that's good. Okay, are you ready then for your final round if you've recovered after that one? Number 1 in the third round tonight is, which tree can be Dutch, English, or which? Which tree can be Dutch, English, or which? Number 2. What type of creature is a stingray? What type of creature is a stingray? Number 3. How does a boa kill? Number 3. How does a boa kill? That's B-O-A, not Ebola, as in the virus. E-B-O-A. So how does a boa, B-O-A, kill? Number 4. Which bird can be bald, golden, or harpy? Which bird can be bald, golden, or harpy? H-A-R-P-Y. Number 5. Are you into your camels? How many humps does a Bactrian camel have? How many humps does a Bactrian camel have? Number 6. Never heard of this one. This is an interesting one. I should be interested to see the answer on this one. And just so I don't say the answers, I don't actually look at the answers before I actually read them out to you, because it's very easy when you're a quiz master and you get your words muxed up. If you know the answers, you sometimes let them out. So I don't know the answer to these unless I know them already in my head. Obviously, I haven't looked at them in advance of the question. So I'd be interested to know what this one is. What sort of animal is a dandy dinmont? What sort of animal is a dandy dinmont? Now, I've never heard of that before, so I'll be very interested to see the answer to that one. Number 7. What is a mamba? What is a mamba? M-A-M-B-A. Number 8, for all you gardeners out there. All you gardeners. So this is ideal for Brother Alistair, who's our gardener extraordinaire at the moment. Would a tuber grow above or below the ground? Would a tuber grow above or below the ground? Number 9. What is a chameleon famous for being capable of changing? What is a chameleon famous for being capable of changing? Number 10. I'm hoping you're finding these a little bit easier. They're set at the same level as the others, but hopefully a bit easier. Some of these are seeming okay to me. Number 10. What is a monkey puzzle? What is a monkey puzzle? Number 11. To which hemisphere do penguins belong? To which hemisphere do penguins belong? Number 12. Which creature constructs dams and lodges? Number 12. Which creature constructs dams and lodges? Number 13. What is the female fox called? What is the female fox called? Number 14. What does a rattlesnake rattle when it is disturbed? Number 14. What does a rattlesnake rattle when it is disturbed? Number 15. What is the larva of a butterfly or moth called? Again, I think Brother Alistair's into his bees and his butterflies, so I wonder if he'll get this one. What is the larva of a butterfly or moth called? Hopefully this week I'm going to take my camera up to Brother Alistair's garden. You've probably seen him tweeting and sharing on Facebook that he's got quite a variety of bees in particular in his garden, and we're going to see what we can capture for you for next week's news programme. We're going to sort of do a bit of a spring watch and see what we can do for you. Number 16. Which country were Newfoundland dogs originally from? Number 16. Which country were Newfoundland dogs originally from? Number 17. The moose or elk are species of what creature? The moose or elk are species of what creature? Number 18. What sort of plant is a common puffball? What sort of plant is a common puffball? Number 19. On which continent is the opossum found in its natural habitat? In which continent is the opossum found in its natural habitat? Number 20. Which American creature is renowned for its foul-smelling defense mechanism? Which American creature is renowned for its foul-smelling defense mechanism? Number 21. What can be great, white, tiger, or whale? What can be great, white, tiger, or whale? Number 22. What colour is a West Highland Terrier? What colour is a West Highland Terrier? Number 23. Bile is a secretion of which organ of the body? Bile is a secretion of which organ of the body? Number 24. What colour are the bracts of a poinsettia? What colour are the bracts of a poinsettia? Number 25. What is snake poison called? Number 25. What is snake poison called? Number 26. A shoal is a group of what type of creature? A shoal is a group of what type of creature? Number 27. How many sets of teeth do most mammals have? How many sets of teeth do most mammals have? Number 28. Which is larger, the wallaby or the kangaroo? Which is larger, the wallaby or the kangaroo? Number 29. Does a skipjack jump, skip, or swim? Does a skipjack jump, skip, or swim? And number 30. Where are emus found in their natural habitat? Where are emus found in their natural habitat? So have a quick look down, see if there's any you need to check or any you haven't got, and we'll whip through those one last time before we do the answers. Are you ready? Number 1. Which tree can be Dutch, English, or which? Number 2. What type of creature is a stingray? Number 3. How does a boa kill? Number 4. Which bird can be bald, golden, or harpy? Number 5. How many humps does a Bactrian camel have? Number 6. What sort of animal is a dandy-dinmont? A dandy-dinmont. I'm interested to find out what that is. What is a mamba? Number 7. What is a mamba? Number 7. Number 8. Would a tuber grow above or below the ground? Number 9. What is a chameleon famous for being capable of changing? Number 10. What is a monkey puzzle? Number 11. To which hemisphere do penguins belong? Number 12. Which creature constructs dams and lodges? Number 13. What is a female fox called? Number 14. What does a rattlesnake rattle when it is disturbed? Number 15. What is the larva of a butterfly or moth called? Number 16. Which country were Newfoundland dogs originally from? Number 17. The moose or elk are species of which creature? Number 18. What sort of plant is a common puffball? Number 19. On which continent is the opossum found in its natural habitat? Number 20. Which American creature is renowned for its foul-smelling defense mechanism? Number 21. What can be great white tiger or whale? Number 22. What colour is a West Highland Terrier? Number 23. Bile is a secretion of which organ of the body? Number 24. What colour are the bracts of a poinsettia? Number 25. What is snake poison called? Number 26. A shoal is a group of what type of creature? 27. How many sets of teeth do most mammals have? 28. 28. Which is larger, the wallaby or the kangaroo? Number 29. Does a skipjack jump, skip, or swim? And number 30. Where are emus found in their natural habitat? So that's our last round tonight. And we'll get ready to mark those in a minute. Just before we do that, to remind you that our main service is 9:30 tomorrow morning if you'd like to join us. And if you don't normally join us, that's absolutely fine. You're always welcome. Anybody's always welcome to join us for any of our services. And also just to say, if you didn't get the parish newsletter, or you didn't hear the parish news programme at 6 o'clock today, and of course you can go back onto Facebook or YouTube and replay those if you've missed them, that the Church of England and the government have announced that churches are reopening for private prayer. As of today, it's possible to reopen. In our parish, parish of Wyke, Regis, All Saints with St Edmunds, we're not reopening until a week on Tuesday because we've got quite a lot of work to do to make ourselves compliant with the guidance, particularly because we've got an older church. Unfortunately, we're not able at the moment to reopen St Edmunds because we can't meet the guidelines, but we will be opening All Saints Church once a week at the current time, 6:30 to 8:30 on a Tuesday evening, starting on the 23rd of June. We can allow 6 people in the church at a time. You'll only be able to go into one part of the church, which is the Lady Chapel. The rest will be shut off. So just make sure if you're coming, you're aware of that, because there won't be any access to toilets or the kitchen or anything, or the main body of the church. The entry will be controlled. We'll be taking temperatures. There'll be hand gel there, and you'll need to wear a face mask. And the idea is it isn't for you to come to church for a service or for a social gathering to meet people. It is for private prayer. So if you want to come and sit quietly for 10 or 15 minutes in the church, and it might be particularly beneficial to those that have had a recent loss or bereavement, or want to have some quiet prayer for a while, and they've not been able to do that, obviously, for a period of time. We hope that we'll be able to open up further in the weeks ahead and following the guidance and being able to meet the guidance. But we do intend to continue with our live streaming of services, because I think even when we can open up more and we can get more people into church, we're not going to be talking of huge numbers. We might be talking of 20 or 30 for a service, and we certainly probably won't be having singing and music, first of all, because of the risk of droplets coming out of people's mouths and spreading the virus, because singing is one of the things we've noticed on the continent they've actually not allowed when churches are reopened. So we will keep you posted through our parish newsletter, for our parish news. If you want to get the weekly newsletter and you don't currently get it, go to our website, www.parishofwykeregis.org.uk, go down to the bottom left hand side of the main homepage, and you'll see there's a little box. You can put your name and email address in and submit it, and then every email newsletter that goes out you will get a copy of. So that's just a little update for you if you don't get the newsletter or you didn't watch the parish news earlier. So let's go through our final answers for tonight on our final round. And the first question was, which tree can be Dutch, English or which? And it was elm, the elm tree. Number 2, what type of creature is a stingray? It is a fish. Number 2, fish. Number 3, how does a boa kill? And it is through constriction. Number 4, which bird can be bald, golden or harpy? It's the eagle. Eagle, number 4. Number 5, how many humps does a Bactrian camel have? It is 2. 2 humps. Number 5. Number 6, what sort of animal is a dandy dinmot? Right, here we go then. It is a breed of terrier. Well, there we go. I didn't know that. A breed of terrier is the dandy dinmont. Number 7, what is a mamba? It is a snake. Number 7, snake. Number 8, for you gardeners, would a tuber grow above or below the ground? It is below the ground. Number 9, what is a chameleon famous for being capable of changing? It's its colour. Number 9, its colour. Number 10, what is a monkey puzzle? It's a tree. Number 10, the monkey puzzle tree. It's a tree. Number 11, to which hemisphere do penguins belong? It's the southern hemisphere. Southern, number 11. Number 12, which creature constructs dams and lodges? It's the beaver. Number 12, beaver. Number 13, what is a female fox called? Number 13 is a vixen. Vixen, number 13. Number 14, what does a rattlesnake rattle when it is disturbed? It's its tail. Its tail, number 14. Number 15, what is the larva of a butterfly or moth called? It's a caterpillar. A caterpillar, number 15. Number 16, which country were Newfoundland dogs originally from? They were from Canada. Canada. Number 17, the moose or elk are species of which creature? The answer is deer. 17, deer. Number 18, what sort of plant is a common puffball? A common puffball. It's a fungus. Number 18, a fungus. Number 19, on which continent is the opossum found in its natural habitat? It is America. America, number 19. Number 20, which American creature is renowned for its foul-smelling defense mechanism? It is the skunk, number 20. Number 21, what can be great white tiger or whale? It is a shark, number 21, shark. Number 22, what colour is a West Highland Terrier? It is white, number 22, white. Number 23, bile is a secretion of which organ of the body? It is the liver, 23, liver. Number 24, what colour are the bracts of a poinsettia? It is red, red, number 24. Number 25, what is snake's poison called? It is venom, venom, number 25. Number 26, a shoal is a group of what type of creature? 26 is fish. A shoal is a group of fish. Number 27, how many sets of teeth do most mammals have? 2 is the answer, 2 sets of teeth. Number 27. Number 28, which is larger, the wallaby or the kangaroo? It is the kangaroo. 28, kangaroo. Number 29, what does a skipjack Sorry, does a skipjack jump, skip, or swim? The answer is swim for 29. And number 30, where are emus found in their natural habitat? The answer is Australia. Number 30, Australia. So that's our third and final round this evening. Let us know how you did with that round. Thank you to you all for taking part this evening. Thank you to Michael Dilliston again for creating the middle round. Jane is saying the gallbladder secretes bile. I think you're right, Jane, but it says liver on the in the answer book. These quiz books are not always correct, I have to say. So we will give you the gallbladder on that question as well. 27, 25, 26, 25, 28. Oh, you're all doing very well on this one, aren't you? 27, 27, 28, 23, 24. Look at this. Everybody's in the 20s this round, aren't they? 26, 27, 23, 29. Michael, 29. That's good, isn't it? Ah, well, there you go. Rachel's saying the gallbladder stores bile from the liver. So there you go. That's the answer. The liver produces it, and the gallbladder stores it. Yeah, so, yeah, gallbladder is the collection bag. That's it. So, yeah, you do have bile in the gallbladder. So that's where the confusion is. But it's created by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. Created by the liver, stored in the gallbladder. That's the answer. So it was, where was it created, I think. So the liver was the correct answer. Yeah, well done. There we go. We're learning things, aren't we? So, yeah, we question the book and we get somebody that provides the correct answer. And Yvonne says, 29, much better. Had a glass of red. What sort of red did you have, Yvonne? Always like to know what sort of red people are drinking. As somebody who used to drink a lot of red wine and used to enjoy it, always interested to see what red people like. Denise, 26. Meredy, 71 all the way round. Pam, 28. So you've done really well on the last round. So that's really, really good. Thank you for coming along tonight and joining us yet again. All being well, we'll be here next week, exactly the same time. 7:30 for our quiz night. Our Parish News live news programme is at 6 o'clock on a Saturday. That runs for about 40 minutes, where we cover live news stories, not just of interest to the church, but local community stories and things going on in the world. We thought we would do that just to give people something else to watch. I find that the TV news these days is very repetitive, and I actually find it quite boring. They tend to find one little story and one little aspect of one story and cover it over and over and over again, don't they? It's like when these news reporters are questioning the Prime Minister and they seem to be asking just one question, when I'm sure all of us really want them to ask all sorts of different things. So I thought I would create my own little news programme because I found the TV news a bit boring and a bit repetitive. And so we're doing that on a Saturday at 6 p.m. We're interested to hear your story. So if you've got something of interest that you think it would be worth us covering, something happening in the local community, something you've been doing during lockdown, something you've heard about. We've been covering some things that Weymouth Museum have been doing and some stuff that Weymouth Museum have been putting on Facebook. We've been covering some of the developments in Brother Alistair's garden. Janet Hall has been doing some reports on what some people have been doing during the lockdown. And actually, we've had some memories over the D-Day and the VE Day commemorations. We've had some memories from people from Wyke on what they remember of VE Day and that sort of thing. So we've been trying to cover a mix of things on our parish news. So that's 6 o'clock on a Saturday. And please do get in touch with me if you've got anything that you'd like me to cover. Okay, so I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to go and have my tea. And then I'm going to start to get ready for our live broadcast in the morning. We've had a rehearsal this afternoon, but I've got a few things to tinker with before we go live at 9:30 tomorrow morning, when hopefully some of you will join us. But if you're not, that's fine. And if you're just here for the quizzes, then we look forward to you being with us again at 7:30 next Saturday. So good night for now, and see you again soon.